Also, we have PDT Achary, former Secretary General of the Lok Sabha, who's joining us live on the broadcast. Thank you, sir, for joining us, sir. What do you have to say? First of all, my very first question to you: what, according to you, the rules of Parliament which probably have been, violated if it is established that the MP or a particular MP, in this case Mahua Moitra, asked questions in lieu of gifts, in lieu of favors, sir?
Well, that is to be looked into by the committee. The committee has already been seized of this matter. But she has already made a statement that she has shared those things, details, password and so on, with somebody else. And that person perhaps was putting questions. Now, whether she has violated any law, that needs to be looked into by the investigative agencies. But the parliamentary procedures, the rule book which governs the proceedings in the House, do not contain any rule which regulates the online submission of questions or other parliamentary papers. So in the absence of rules, I do not know how any conclusion can be reached on what she has done. Actually, the point is that many members, I am told, share their password and other details with their PAs and other people who write questions. It is not possible for a member of parliament to sit down and write questions. But then, before it is uploaded, actually the member gets to know what kind of questions are going. So the member has an opportunity to see what kind of questions are going, and member takes responsibility for that. So that is what happens. If the member takes responsibility, and after that there is nothing. Nothing further can be done about that.
But I'm sure the Privilege Committee, sir, they do have some powers. If you could just elaborate on that a little bit. What are the powers of the Privilege Committee? Can they take some action?
Well, this matter is not before the Privileges Committee. This is before the Ethics Committee of Lok Sabha. Ethics Committee has a different mandate. It looks into the unethical conduct of a member. But the committee has to find for a fact whether the member has indulged in any unethical or immoral conduct. That is for the committee to decide. It is not before the Privileges Committee.
But sir, at the moment, you rightly said it's before the Ethics Committee, but can they at least, ask the authorities to probe this further?
Well, see, Ethics Committee, what is the issue before the Ethics Committee? The Ethics Committee will look into the unethical conduct of a member. Now, what is an unethical conduct? That has not been defined anywhere. So it is for the committee to decide whether she has indulged in any unethical conduct. The point is that she has given this or shared this login details and password and all that with somebody who was writing questions. That is what I understand. But as I said, she had the full opportunity to see what kind of questions are going. Now, if that is so, then of course the committee has to see what kind of culpability she has. That is for the committee to decide. I can't say anything about that.
But so what laws of the parliaments are established? If it is established that the MP does or did indulge in some sort of an unethical behavior, does it come under the Official Secrets Act?
No. Actually, if the committee finds that she is guilty of unethical or immoral conduct, then there are some 3 or 4 types of punishment which can be given or suggested. This committee is a recommendatory body. It cannot punish anybody. It can suggest a certain punishment. And it is actually the Lok Sabha which has to take a decision on that. So those types of punishment are, one is reprimand, and admonition, reprimand, and then and suspension. These are the punishments which are normally suggested by this committee.
Okay. All right. So if the committee does find some unethical behavior, they can suggest punishments for ultimate decision with the Lok Sabha. Thank you, sir, for joining us and, clarifying really what next as far as the alleged cash for query storm is concerned. With that, we'll slip into a short commercial break. News and updates on the other side. Don't go anywhere.